Let's move on, man. Lil Baby. Did Lil Baby fall off? Did Lil Baby fall off? Now, why are you saying that? Why are you asking that question, Jay Red? The nerve of you. Well, the reason I'm asking that is because he put out his album. Was out? Is it Watch What's Happening? What is that album called, y'all? Hold on. What is that album called? What's it called? What Wham, Wham. And I guess it's like what Wham, like what's happening? I guess that's what he's trying to say. What you say, Nas ain't responding to this. Yeah, that'll be funny. I was just talking about you Trio 301 earlier. But the reason I'm asking did Lil Baby fall off is because when this album came out, the Wham album, I saw people talk about it, but I saw more negativity towards it. I saw people nitpick at things. People were saying, that they weren't feeling it. It was mid. And then, ironically, the same day, was that the same day or the day after? I think the same day Drake dropped. Yeah, it was Friday. Drake dropped his song, the freestyle, the same day, and it took all the attention off the Lil Baby album. Now, Lil Baby's gonna have a solid first week in sales. He's gonna do like 115K, 120K first week. But I saw that there was a lot of backlash and bashing his project. I think, oh, that's what it means. Who hard is me? Oh, okay. I ain't know that's what it meant. But yeah, I scanned through the album. You know what I'm saying? Didn't listen to everything, but I said this on the last episode. I said that Lil Baby sounds dated to me. Lil Baby, if you were to give me this album and I was blindfolded, you say, hey man, listen to this Lil Baby. I'm be like, oh, okay. When did this come out? And you said 2020, I would have believed you. I'd have been, oh, yeah, this sounds like some 2020. But then you would like, no, J Red, this came out 2025. I would have been like, really? Oh, it sounds the same. So yeah, man. I think that Lil Baby is still a star per se, but I think musically he's redundant. Um, there were some songs on there that I would just like what's going on with this, like that song Twin. There was nothing that really stood out. And I think that the Young Thug track was cool with Future, but I think that era of Atlanta is outdated. It's done. You know what I'm saying? Because Atlanta's not running hip hop anymore. That's dead. I think it's more national now. It's more spread out now. Lil Baby has had that. It's like I don't know whether it's his flow or like shout out to Coop the Trio. Me and him was talking about this. It may be his voice, right? I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, it sounds dated to me. I think Lil Baby just has been making kind of like the same music, man. But I also think he doesn't really care about being number one, being the top rapper, and all this other stuff. I think he just happened to blow up, and just went as far as he could, in my opinion. Like I said, I scammed through the album. It wasn't anything that really, because I'm not a Lil Baby fan. I am a fan of some of his music though. Like, what was that album that had all in on there and stuff like that? It was pretty cool. He had, the We Paid song. That's I like some of Lil Baby songs, right? Emotionally Scarred, all that stuff. But there were no songs on here that I was just like, man, I want to spin this record. I want to spin this record. So what you say, Zero? If you heard one Lil Baby verse, you've heard his whole discography. It reminds me of Plies, honestly. Great street support, but there's nothing left to hear after the first album. I agree with you with that all the way, but can still do a feature and get a short-lived radio hit. Exactly. I think that he's at a standstill position. I think that he blew up in 2020 because people were afraid to put stuff out. He was the only one that was on that level that put some out. Because I mean, Drake put out that Tootsie Slide thing, so it was like, all right, can that, right? But Lil Baby, his blow up, he was already brewing and he was there, right? But his blow up was 2020. But the game shifted right after that. And like you said, you hear one Lil Baby verse, it's like a different version of Young Thug's flow. And I don't know, man. It's just, to me, he doesn't have that same appeal that he used to. Again, he's gonna do a cool first week, but he's not at the level that he was. Y'all let me know in the comments again if you agree with me and Zero. Um, that Lil Baby, I just think that after this, I mean, it's pretty much done. You know, I don't really think I'm gonna see what hit comes from this, but you know, and this is the thing, man. To be fair, everybody has their run. Lil Baby has been out since what? Has it been 2018, something like that? You know, he's been out doing his thing for a minute, but he's in his Nelly sweatsuit era. You know, when Nelly came out, it's like, yeah, Nelly's here, but his time has passed, you know. And I just think that Lil Baby doesn't have that much diversity with his rhyme schemes anymore. It just sounds too dated. You're supposed to evolve, and I don't think that he has done that. Because I was listening to a couple of clips before. If you watched the last show, I told you that I heard a couple of clips before the album came out. I said, this sounds old and dated. So yeah, I think that it's safe to say, excuse me, that he probably fell off. I saw some people saying that they felt the project. You know, some people say it was cool. Some people said it was too many songs or whatever the case may be. But again, let me know in the comments how y'all feel about that. Do you feel that Lil Baby fell off? Is this album gonna flop? Because I mean, he had a strong first week, but what will it mean after that? Because if you have, you know, it's great that you do a strong first week, but what matters after that is how well the album will do. Will the numbers still be up high? Whatever the case may be. But I can tell you already, like Kendrick is probably gonna outsell him the second week. So yeah, that's real interesting. Now,